let's try this again. Without giving away my address on the internet. I usually have everything shipped to my business address, but this particular product I had shipped to my home address. I seen this product for sale on Amazon, but I also saw an ad on, I think it was Instagram or Facebook, and I decided to try it out. So they sent it to me in a regular envelope, just like that. The company is called WIPnChat, and this is a product review for this product. If you guys love resin art and you love things that glow in the dark, this stuff is super awesome. I completely fell in love with it. I have a nail UV thing to cure my UV resin, so I'm using that to charge it, and it only takes a few minutes to charge it up. And they say it lasts an hour. I haven't really tested to see how long it actually stays glowing, but the color that I got was aqua, and this stuff is super awesome. Now, the parts that are not glowing are probably the parts that are under the sticker, or parts that are moving around. So you can see, I've seen people do paintings with these, like acrylic pours. But I decided that I was going to make, to test it out, I was going to try it on a pair of tweezers. So these are aqua colored glow in the dark tweezers. And I think they came out really cool. So they are covered in resin, and I also have stars. So during the times that it's not charged, it has stars in it that like glow opalescence, 2 different colors. So one part looks purple, the next part looks teal. So I think it like came out really amazing with this color. They have several colors. I actually want to get all of the colors. They have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So you could do the colors of the rainbow. But I really enjoyed the material. Once you cover it in resin, it's smooth. So it feels kind of grainy to the touch, but I mean, it's really awesome. And I feel like a little bit goes a long way. Like I barely used much of it in the resin and just painted it on, and then I put the stars on there right after I painted it on. And then I made a little bit more where I was trying to fill in, which I could have probably done a little bit of better of a job if I had thought about charging it while I was doing it, so that I could see really well where the stuff is. But I feel like it doesn't last as long as they say it does, but I might not be using the same watt of UV light that they use. They actually sell like little flashlight things too. So, but I mean, it doesn't take much to charge it back up. And I don't know if it charges better in the sun, to be honest with you. I haven't tried that. but it does say to charge in the sun and then bring it inside, or you can charge it on a black light. But like I said, this is a 36 watt UV nail thing, so that's what I use to charge it up, because that's what I was using when I cured it. So, but I still think it came out really cool. So I definitely recommend, if you're looking for something glow in the dark, I definitely recommend it. I really love the stuff. I think it charges really well, and it looks really pretty. And some of the examples that I saw, they were like doing ocean scenes and stuff with it. And like I said, it may not last an hour, but it does charge up pretty well once you put the charge on it. So I can only imagine if you had a black light on it the whole time in your art or something. So that's my product review. I did sign up to be an affiliate. So there if you do purchase, you get 10% off your first purchase, and they will give me a small portion of the proceeds if it comes from a recommendation. So if you look in the description box below, if you're interested in getting the glow in the dark stuff, then you can go ahead and search there for it. But I have this set of tweezers listed on my Etsy shop if you're interested in the tweezers. I can also make more, obviously, since I still have plenty of glow in the dark stuff. So yeah, I think it came out really nice. So that is my product review for that. So now, I was telling you guys the last time I was live, I really haven't had time to diamond paint. So I'm taking advantage of a small lull in my Etsy shop right now. And so I've been having some small health issues, not too major, but the sleep apnea, I think I talked about it a little bit before, and I have been just falling asleep on my kids and stuff, and so I found out I have severe sleep apnea. I basically stop breathing every other breath, basically. And so that's been a little bit stressful. And so I don't know if that has anything to do with my thyroid going out of whack, but I do have Hashimoto. So I'm not surprised to find that my thyroid is out of whack a little bit. It was a little elevated 2 months ago, and now it's more elevated now. So they decided to put me on a synthetic, thyroid medication, which I was on before. And then there was a lapse in time where I wasn't on medical or having medical. And so I ran out of the medication, even though they told me I was going to take it forever. The next doctor didn't want to give it to me. And then I had a doctor basically tell me, well, if the test results don't show it, then it's not true, right? And I'm like, what the heck does that mean? So basically they were saying that if my T3 and T4 levels were not out of whack, then I must be you know, lying about my situation. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, but a doctor did a ultrasound on my thyroid, and so I get used to doctors saying, you know, stuff like that and whatnot, but those weren't good. So, let's see. Just trying to make sure you can see something of what I'm doing. But yeah, so they basically told me that I'm making it up, and I'm like, really? Why would I do that? So but while I was pregnant with my 3-year-old, my thyroid was a little out of whack then too. But they didn't put me back on medications or anything, but it was just something they wanted to monitor. So I was told that I need to be monitored this time. And then now that it's up to 10 point something, they decided that it's time to start treating it again. Even though it's not too out of whack, it's basically showing that my thyroid is not working to the capacity level that they would like to see. So I was making a mahjong piece for my customer. I kept having like one or two that would mess up. So I was making one. So I was stirring the resin. I wasn't doing too much. And then all of a sudden my heart made like a flutter. And so I was like, wow, what was that? So I ended up calling an advice nurse, and they were told me that I should probably get it checked. And I was like, okay. So they ran an EKG monitor on me, and they said everything is fine, that they don't see anything. Um, they don't see anything that's too, um, you know, noticeable or anything. So he told me basically just to keep myself monitored, and if I'm, nope, go back in the room. No. Yes, it's night time. Go. Yeah. Andrew. Aiden. No. Go to bed. No. I'm gonna turn your TV off. No. Yep, I'm gonna go turn it off. No. So did you go live? I'm live right now. Which is why I called you out here to get your kid. He wants milk. You already said that. I don't know why you're coming out here making him say more. You're interrupting my life. Talking about important stuff here. Like my health, like my update of my life, like important stuff. He wants his cup. Why are you? What's the sound then? He's saying a cup. Take him with you. Sorry about that, guys. My kiddo waits for my husband to fall asleep, and then he'll come running back out here and try to stay awake until I go to sleep. Which won't be much longer because I have been having such a hard time sleeping these days. But I just wanted to give an update on what's been going on. And so they did the EKG monitor. He said that everything was fine. He said that if I was exercising heavily and having heart palpitations, then he'd probably be a little more concerned. But it only happened like maybe once or twice, so he doesn't see it as too big of a concern, which, is fine. But I got freaked out because they told me that I'm at high risk for heart disease and all that, like heart attack and stroke because of the severe sleep apnea. So I'm still waiting for my machine to come in and be sent over. So I'm like a little stressed about it because I get worried about not being able to breathe and all that stuff at night. And the fact that I just have not been sleeping very well at all. So, but I just wanted to come on and give you guys an update and to diamond paint for a little bit to, relieve some of the stress of life. It's my kiddo's last month for the online class, and then he'll be out for the summer, and I'm just so relieved about that because we are busy over here. Like I have so many different people coming in because both of my kiddos get speech therapy, OT therapy, and physical therapy. So I have 3 appointments a week for that. And then he has appointments with the school. They both have appointments at the school for their speech and stuff through the school, etc. So I end up with so much on my plate. So, I mean, it's no wonder I feel stressed, right? No wonder. So, they're hoping that with the new thyroid medication that'll drop my level down to 2 and under, but we'll see what happens with that. I also have a doctor's appointment for my glaucoma. I gotta get my eye pressure checked and all that stuff. So it's just like so much to worry about. So so yeah, I decided I would diamond paint tonight to keep myself a little busy. I have been working on this for a little while. I did half of it, and then I got busy with the Etsy shop, and so I was working on that for. It feels like I get caught up on orders, and then I have more because I do a lot of customized stuff that isn't ready to walk out the door. So like anytime anybody orders dominoes or mahjong sets or whatever, most of my resin art stuff is something that has to be made by me after ordering, because it's all customizable and personalized. So I end up making that stuff on the spot. I don't usually make them, although if there's somebody named Emma out there listening, or if you know someone named Emma that's looking for some pretty cool dominoes, we do have some dominoes. Let me show them. I typically don't do refunds, but this lady was fairly difficult, so I decided to go against my store policy and just do it, just so I could be done with it. But so these are the dominoes, and they say Emma on the back, and I think they're really cute, but she, for whatever reason, didn't like them. I don't know. I don't explain. I can't explain it, so I'm just like, whatever. So they're multicolored. They're usually like, I think 37-ish, somewhere around there, but I haven't discounted to $20 right now. So if you know anyone, and they say Emma in black and gold. She didn't like the black behind the gold, but she told me that her grandmother had a hard time seeing, so figured I would put a dark background behind the gold. And she didn't like my vision of that, so she wanted me to make them over again. And I had already made one set prior to that actual set I made. She didn't like the second set that I had created, so after she rejected the second set, she decided to take the first set that I didn't think she would like, and then she ended up liking them. And then, which was kind of weird, but whatever. And then after I put the name on it, she didn't like it. So I told her that, if she wanted to look for someone else that could do it, that's perfectly fine by me. Especially after she accused me of not making the original photo. Like, I have hours of video of me making them, but okay. So I just decided it was best to part ways. Like, we obviously didn't have the same vision, and sometimes it's really hard. And sometimes it's hard to not feel that way toward like all of the orders, because it's like, gosh, are they gonna like it after I make it? But I tried to get people to basically paint me a picture of what they want it to look like. I don't even care if they draw a small diagram. If I can't read mine, so it's hard, to see what they're imagining them to look like. So there's that. But trying to think if there's anything else to update. Excuse me. Not really. I don't really think there's much of anything else to update. My um my husband's sister and brother-in-law and stuff are supposed to come out and visit us during the summer, which is nice. We haven't seen them in about 2 years. And my oldest son was talking about maybe coming out to visit, which I think, is awesome. I haven't seen him in the same amount of time, so I'll be happy to. Well, no, I forgot he did come out last year for Christmas. Last year? The year before. Last year. So after Christmas time. So that was nice. But then, COVID happened and all this stuff happened. So yeah, it wasn't this last Christmas, it was the Christmas before. So it's been a little while. But it's nice because he calls me, a couple times a week. So we're talking a lot more now. So that's nice. I've been I really want to go and play bingo. I miss my mom, and I found this lady on TikTok that she goes to bingo hall twice a week, and I'm like, gosh, I miss going, and it's been a while, and we haven't gone since we've moved here in Colorado, so but I love playing bingo. It's so fun. My husband is like, he's not much of a gambler, so he's more like, what is the purpose of this? Like, why? But he likes it when he wins. But he's like, it's not something that I like want to do all the time. And um he but he doesn't hate it as much as he hates Keno. So um I try to teach him how to play Keno once, and he's like, I'm so bored. I'm like, you're supposed to sit and root for your numbers. What do you mean? But he's like, no, he hates it. So he's like, I'll play slot machines, but I'm not gonna play Keno. So, but we don't get to go out very often, since we have little kids, littles. Um, and my sister watches them now and then, but sometimes it's harder to, like, if it's unplanned, she'll totally take them, but like um if I feel like if I ask her, hey, can you watch them while I go and do this, it gives her like bad memories of my mom doing it to her as a kid, because my mom would go and she'd be like, okay, I'm going, watch your sister. And so, she was an older teenager when she's 13 years older than me. So by that time, she was an older teenager and getting stuck with a bratty 5, 6, 7-year-old. And so my mom always made her watch me and never my brothers. So, because my brothers were probably too irresponsible. But So she would always be made to watch me. And so I feel like sometimes when I ask her, can you watch them so I can do blah, 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 she'll be like, no. But if it's a doctor's appointment, she'll be fine with it. But I feel like it gives her like bad memories about it. Like, oh God, I'm getting stuck with kids again while somebody goes and plays or whatever. But you know, it is what it is. So, but we don't get to go out that often anyway. So, and I'm kind of a homebody anyway. I rather be home. I told my husband when COVID happened, I was like, man, I am thriving right now. I love it. I just want to stay home, you know. I got this. And everybody else is like, I'm depressed. I'm stuck in the house. I'm like overwhelmed, and I'm like, I'm diamond painting. So for me, it was, I didn't mind. And, you know, for some who, you know, like to go out, my husband used to when we first met, but then, you know, I'm homebody. So, he kind of had to learn to adjust. And, since we were two very different people, he would like to go out and I like to stay in, but we didn't want to do things separately. So he adjusted to being a homebody, and now he's a homebody. Sometimes I can't even get him to go if I need him to. Sometimes it's a fight and a struggle just to get him to go to the store. One time we were getting low on toilet paper, and I'm like, I am not running out of toilet paper. You are going to the store. Because I am not healthy enough to be out there running them streets, you know. So, um, so he's the one that goes out and does all the shopping and stuff because, um, you know, we don't want to get sick. So, um, and it's been nice, like, having the kids home, sort of, kind of, maybe, because they're not getting sick. My kids have not had a cold, even allergies, even anything since we've been staying home all the time. So I'm like, geez, you know, when my 6-year-old was in preschool, he was coming home sick every other week, like with something. I'm like, geez, I get you rid of it, and then and then I send you back to school, and the kids get you sick again. So I feel like it's been kind of nice to not have sick kids all the time, but hopefully they'll be going back to school. Both of them. My 3-year-old, well, soon to be 4-year-old, he was supposed to go to all day EC4, so preschool for 4-year-olds. And now they're thinking that the program they want to put him in, that they want him to only do partial days, since he is autistic, and he didn't get the opportunity to go for part day for preschool age 3 this year. They want to give him some grace period to adjust, to see if he could handle the 2.5 hour. If he can, then they might switch him over to an all day program, but we'll have to see. So in theory, I was supposed to go back to work once the kids were both in school, but since my health and stuff has changed and stuff, we've decided that I'm gonna do my business, since I decided to start a business, um that I'm just gonna do that. So, and running an Etsy shop may sound simple, but oh man, it's definitely not as easy as it looks. um, but it is fun. I do enjoy making items, customized items for people. I um I wish that I could see more of their faces when they actually get their products and stuff, but I don't really get to see all of that, but I do get to see the reviews where, they tell me that their husband loved this set of dominoes that I made for them, or, whoever it's for. Um, so it's always nice. But I'm probably going to go ahead and hop off since I'm kind of rambling on a little bit. Because I don't really think there's much else to update. I think I already said on the EKG that everything was fine. They didn't find anything wrong. But he did say, like, if you feel pressure on your chest or, anything like that, then to come back and let him know. Not just 1 or 2 episodes of your heart flutters, not really cause for concern. And so that at least makes me happy because I feel like I'm the one that like gets everything. Like, I have glaucoma. No one else in my family has ever had glaucoma. No, nobody that I know of anyway. And Hashimoto's, it's an autoimmune thyroid. You inherit it from your relatives, and I have it. I also have a genetic anomaly where I have my 5th chromosome is partially duplicated, and I have passed it on to my 3-year-old who has autism. They don't have any connection that it has anything to do with the autism, but I figure, gosh, why do I have to have everything? So I get worried because I seem to always end up with whatever. So I'm just trying to stay healthy over here, survive. So but I feel like I haven't diamond painted in a very, very, very long time. But I think it's been a few months, so that's probably why. I should have already finished this one and then probably 2 or 3 more, but I'm still working on the big ocean wave. Um, since my desk always has stuff on it, it's really hard to, because this is my work table, as well as my diamond painting table. So it gets really hard to get the diamond painting on my table because everything is on my table, and so I can't raise it up, which if I'm working on the ocean wave, I have to raise it up because it's so big. So I don't know, maybe I'll have my husband um, get it down because right now it's currently on the wall in the living room, with the amount done that was done on my last WIPnChat. I haven't even worked on it. I haven't even like worked on it offline or anything. So the last time I was on video is the last time I worked on it. So I had it under my bed for a little while because it had a crease in it that I wanted to try to get out, but then we got a new bed and a new bed frame, so I can't put diamond paintings under my bed anymore, under my mattress anymore. So I don't know how I'm gonna flatten them out now. I think I'm gonna have to make a portfolio thing, but I don't even think I couldn't even do that with the size of the big ones that I have anyway. But I really want to work on it. I look at it every day and I'm like, oh, today the day I'm gonna work on it some more, and then I get busy or I get tired, which is inevitable right now. Can't wait for that CPAP machine to get here so I can maybe get some restful sleep. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and finish this. My wax is starting to not work. Good moon. I'm gonna finish this row and then I'm gonna go ahead and end my live. But and if you're listening in the replay, I appreciate you making it this far to the end of this crazy WIPnChat. And I hope that you will find my content fun and my reviews helpful. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below, or you can contact me on Instagram, or all of my links should be down in the description box below if you're interested in those. Tweezers from Etsy, they're listed. You can go ahead and come on by and take a look. I have diamond painting pens. I haven't made a glow in the dark one yet, but I'm probably going to do that soon. But anyway, I appreciate you all, and don't forget to like, comment, give a thumbs up, subscribe if you would like to hear more content from Misty Anthony Design. Bye, guys.